What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, welcome back. So I got a real quick one for you today. I won't be keeping you long. I won't even play my donation recording, so I'm going to just say it right now. I run this podcast off of your donations, and I would really appreciate it if you would find it in the kindness of your heart if you could make a donation. It could be any amount you want. It all helps. All right. So today we're going to talk about you and that brain of yours. And there was a phrase I came across that I could have named the title of this episode, but it's weird. And that phrase is mental masturbation. Mental masturbation. Yep, that's how we start this episode. But it's like a quicksand for you, a mental quicksand. That what I mean is when you start thinking and then those limiting beliefs start to pop up, you start overthinking instead of actually taking action, or action that could be better and happen faster for you. And a lot of folks get caught in this mental quicksand, and we do it way too much. We get caught up thinking and thinking and thinking. And then you think about thinking, and then you're overthinking and start overthinking your overthinking and get so caught up in your thoughts and your feelings, and you do nothing. And you still get exhausted by the end of the day because you're doing all this thinking. You ever been there? When you get so deep in your thoughts and you barely do anything physical throughout the day. And for some reason, by the time 4 or 5 p.m. hit, you're exhausted. And the reason why is because your brain is using so much energy, and that's energy wasted, energy that you could be using to move the needle forward in your life. Because your brain, even though it's only about 2% of your body weight, it uses around 20% of your energy every day. Think about that for a second. So imagine what your overthinking is doing to your body. And you might hear people say, I just wish I could turn my brain off. Well, do you? I don't think that's what you want or what you think you really want. So how about this? Would you want your heart to stop beating? Would you want your lungs to stop breathing? Would you want your eyes to stop seeing? No. That's what these things are designed to do. Your brain is designed to think. But the problem ain't the thinking. It's the things you think about what you fear, about your limiting beliefs, your imposter syndrome. What if I get rejected? What if she says this? What if they don't like it? What if I fail? What if they take it the wrong way? That's the reason why you want to turn your brain off. But I guarantee if you were thinking about all the things you love and how good your life is and how amazing your new job is and how much you love your partner, how good those wings were, and you just sit and thought about how grateful you are, like, oh my God, I just can't stop thinking about how grateful I am right now. Nobody ever said that, right? But the problem ain't the thinking. The problem is what you're thinking about. You're not controlling your brain. You're not setting it in the right direction. And sometimes thinking through a difficult situation is the best thing to do. Sometimes thinking is the best thing you can do. But you just can't turn your brain off. And unless you plan to meditate 24 hours a day, then it's not possible. So how do we use our brains in the best positive way, like a sidekick and not an enemy? And hey, I know I talk about taking action on here all the time, but sometimes, like I said, it is beneficial to think through it first, to assess. But don't do it all in your brain. Your brain is way too complex, especially if your thoughts get to running. Write down things on paper. Open up a blank Word document if you have to, and just start typing. Pull out your phone, type some things out. Use your voice recorder if you have to. Because just like in math class, those compound problems, the big math problems, you don't try and solve them all in your head. You write them down. Give yourself that visual. Be able to see it. It'll help you think it through and move forward. Now, is this going to solve all the issues in your life? No, not even close. Sometimes you got to look at some of those things on that piece of paper and just recognize that you're overthinking. Sometimes you got to say, you know what? I'm overthinking. I just need to take action, especially when you find yourself pressed against those limiting beliefs. You just got to take action. Trying to sit there and think through all those limiting beliefs, all the overthinking, that's like trying to dig out of quicksand. You're only going to get more stuck. If you try and think through your limiting beliefs, then guess what? You're only going to find more limiting beliefs. And I know you've been there, done that. You think about all the things you fear and all the things you feel like you can't do, and you end up down this dark road in your brain. It's like trying to run fast in quicksand. Let's say if you have a fear of failure and you say, well, let me think through this. Let me think through this fear of failure that I have. You know what's going to come up? All of the times you failed, or more things you're afraid to fail at. All of the future failures you imagine and the past, and your brain is going to search for evidence and reinforce that feeling. It's like when you search for something online on Google, right? You notice how you search for something one time, and the next thing you know, that's all you see in your news feed. It's in your algorithm now. It's going to pop up. Same thing in your brain. All those examples in your life around failure are going to pop up. And why? Don't even give that task to your brain. You have to empower yourself to just say, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take action. I acknowledge this feeling, but I can't stay here. I have to move. And also, some people might believe in the law of attraction, that if you just think it, it'll find its way to you. If you just manifest it, then you'll receive it. I'll say this. I believe you need both. Now, you can sit and wish and manifest and meditate the good and the success and the things you want to achieve, but it 100% takes action. Otherwise, you're just waiting for luck, a miracle. Wouldn't you rather make your own luck? Or at the very least, work on yourself in the process of trying to become that person, right? So even if you happen to fall just a little short, you'll grow in the process. Because you can sit and think and think and think and think, but if you ain't taking no action, then there's no growth. You may improve the way you talk to yourself or your negative thoughts or limiting beliefs. And you know what? Yes, I take that back. That is growth. That's mental growth. But that's not going to get you closer to those goals you want to achieve, towards finishing whatever that thing is you want to do. That takes the mental side and it takes action. You need both. You have to force yourself to take actions sometimes. And the reason why taking action is so important, as long as you're taking action, you're heading in the right direction, you'll eventually get to where you're trying to go. It might take you less time than you want. It might take you more time than you want. But if you just start heading in the right direction and you take the right action, you'll eventually get there. Like I always say, if you get in your car and you want to drive to Mexico, if you just follow the GPS, make the turns, keep driving, eventually you'll get to Mexico. Even if I hit a detour, even if I have to take a step backwards and get gas, even if I have to pull over and wait for a storm to be over so I can see again, eventually I'll get there. Everybody wants to be the hare, right? Like the tortoise and the hare. They all want to get there fast. They start off hard and strong and they go and go and go. And yes, that's cool. But eventually, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to get tired. You're going to burn out. You won't be as motivated. You'll have a setback. That's when you got to become the hare. Even if it's slow, it's still steady and it's still forward. As long as you head in the right direction and you take the right action, you will eventually get there. There are people who are further in life than you are right now, and they are dumber than you. They're not as qualified as you, but they take the action so they make things happen. They don't get caught up in the quicksand. And again, it'll be nice to just turn off our brains when it comes to those negative thoughts and all the quicksand, right? To be able to just turn into a robot and take the action over and over and over again, right? But we ain't robots. We're human, which means that we feel love, which means that we can fall in love with the process, fall in love with the journey. But you can't turn your brain off. So you have to recalibrate it, right? Change the way you think and do it while you're taking action. And the crazy part about this is most of the time we know what to do. We know the actions we need to be taken, but we just don't. So how do we get past that? Why are we not doing it? Because we procrastinate and we think too much. Sometimes we just have to be aware that we think too much, that we're in the quicksand, that we need to just take action. Where are you trying to go? What direction do you need to start heading in? And once you figure that out, ask yourself, what actions do I need to start taking today? What's the next best step? Not the next 20 steps, not the 40th step, the next step. And just take it. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.